June the 6th, 2026. Is there anything going to happen, anything special that's going to happen on that day?
Justice is something that balances something out, something that's just as karmic.
Angels think that human beings give off a very earthy odor. In other words, they don't think we smell all that great. Do they personally find it a little uncomfortable to be around humans?
I'm not thinking it's the angels that we know, but it's the Elohim. Do the angels that we know dislike the human smell? No. Is what Brad is asking about angels, does he mean the Elohim and the Yahweh? Yes.
What gives somebody authority over me?
It's almost like people put more faith into maybe
an electronic as opposed to their own abilities.
Yes.
You're definitely going to have to use your discernment if you are using radionics instead of your own. But I mean, even our own abilities, we need to use our discernment.
I am hearing that Tel Aviv in Israel has basically been decimated.
Well,
this is what I hear.
Are there any Christians left in Iran?
Yeah. People are chanting in the streets, Trump, Trump, Trump. The UK, the people of the United Kingdom have had enough. He was a German officer during World War II.
Basically, just the question is, when a NATO initially formed, was it run by former
Nazi?
China.
China has an ace up their sleeve.
We seem to think Xi is actually a good guy.
Nothing is as it appears to be.
Right.
You have to do your own digging. Don't trust anybody on anything.
Just be prepared for anything to come.
Don't invest in any characters.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Quit worshiping people and quit expecting people to come and be your knight in shining armor.
Yeah. People, apparently, they're able to take these lasers, like a red laser, put it toward a wall, okay? And then they're able to look at it from an angle. And a lot of these people are under DMT, okay? And when they do this, they're able to see basically it looks like lines of code. My question to you ladies is, what are these people seeing? You could actually change reality.
The magician is somebody that,
makes things happen.
Disappear. Poof.
Good evening, everybody. This is Dr. Mulder, and tonight I have once again the Three of Pentacles minus a pentacle. So, anyway,
two of the Three of Pentacles.
Yeah, you have two of the three, and anyway, but we're gonna, they're always, you have to go on with the show, right? And so here we are. But so since the lovely, wholesome Kaila is not going to be here tonight, we're going to probably, we're probably going to get a little rambunctious.
I want to say hello to Kaila. Hi, Kaila.
Everything has been great. I guess it's been a month since we've all gotten together like this, and I tell you, it's just been fantastic. I got a lot of great response from the last time we were doing this. Everybody likes these questions when we kind of go off in the deep end on a lot of things, and hopefully I can do that again tonight. And like I said, some of the stuff, because you ladies are wonderful editors, I'm sure that if there's something we question that may not be too YouTube friendly, we can kind of make it work. We'll figure it out, right? So, but yeah, I do have a couple of weird questions concerning current events. Okay. Well, I tell you, is there anything I want to say before we get started, or?
I would like to say something. I would like to first of all say that was really cool meeting you a couple of weeks ago in person.
Yes. And and you are a lot shorter in person than I originally envisioned you to be. I'm
and so kidding. Are you.
Okay,
like this up to me, right?
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah. You could tell that you were definitely a former model. You got the hype for it.
Yeah, I was tired that day. But let me tell you this. It was cool meeting you finally in person after 10 years maybe of following you and, looking at your videos and boxes and everything like that. It was just really, really cool. It was like almost surreal, like meeting a celebrity or something like that. So it was like really, really cool. Really. Actually, hey, let me take that back. Not like meeting a celebrity. It's better than that because actually, I mean, I've met several celebrities and that's really cool and nice. But meeting you was like really meeting somebody that was really important, let's say, not a celebrity. Celebrities just fun to meet, cool, but this is really, really important. So it's really cool to meet you in person.
Uh-huh.
And we also did a video short that we put on our channel.
Yeah,
So
I
you
was
all
just
can.
cracking up. I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, it
I
was
was
just.
at him doing questions there just really fast because we were eating and stuff. We just wanted to actually really talk instead of filming everything.
Mhm.
But I did get to, put you under a little bit of pressure.
Oh yeah, you
And
did. Yes.
so that's the fun. And whoever wants to see that short video that we did, you can come to our channel to see it. This video should probably be on our channel too, but just look at the shorts and you'll see that
Oh,
we have
yeah.
proof that we met.
Correct, correct. And like I said, I always, I get to meet somebody that I've worked with, and it's just, over the years on a lot of different things, and we discussed a lot of things, and you were even following us back during the Uncle Chucky days, and
Yes.
that is what? Oh, I got a weird LED light here. Okay, there we go. Anyway, back during the Uncle Chucky days, and it was good to finally get to meet you, because I mean we've just gone back and forth emails and speaking and whatever, and we worked on some projects and stuff together, and it's just really nice to actually get to meet you in person, and like I said, you're the same in person as you are on the air, and that's what I like about it, is your authenticity, and you're just you are what you see is what you get with Barbara, and I mean that as a great compliment, and so
I try to be, and I think Lynn could basically say the same thing, when I came
Absolutely.
up to see you. And
Hmm.
so, yeah, I just try to be myself. And
that's all you can
some
be.
people like it, some people don't, but
Yeah,
it is what it is.
We had
yeah,
a good time
exactly.
meeting in person, so
We had a great time. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
need to stay a little longer though when I come up
yes,
though.
you do. Yes, you do.
yeah. Yeah, there's always that old joke, never meet your heroes in person because you'll always be disappointed. I've done
Mm-mm.
that a couple of times, and yes, I was a little
Yeah.
disappointed
Oh,
with them.
yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So,
Well, I guess
hey,
you met the wrong heroes then.
no,
Well,
no,
I was
you
gonna
didn't.
say maybe that means you shouldn't have anybody as a hero.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, and I agree with you 100%. At the end of the day, you are your own leader. You
Absolutely.
run your own show.
Yep.
And I always the question I got to one day was, what gives somebody authority over me?
Yeah.
Really, what gives authority, a law, a
That's a
written
good
law?
question.
Yeah, yeah. As long as I don't harm anybody, steal from anybody, the common sense, just do the right thing kind of stuff. What gives a person authority over me if I don't break it? I mean, really. And that's how I look at it. And one thing about radionics I've learned, and I'm sure there's other modalities that that you kind of develop the same mindset, is that you know and I always like to joke. Every time I walk into the lion's den, I feel like I'm one of the lions. In other words, there's nobody has anything over me. I could, and this is no joke. I could walk into a room full of generals from military, and I'd look at every one of them, and I'm still in the back of my mind know I'm just as powerful as they are. I could do.
That's
It's
good.
just,
That's good to be. That's a
yeah,
good way to be because nobody's better than you. Nobody's lower than you. Like
yeah.
Janine says, Janine by Tara by Janine. She always says, nobody's above me, nobody's below me.
Hmm.
It's all the same. I just want to give respect like I want to get respect, and nobody's the boss of me.
Oh yeah, exactly,
And
Unless
exactly.
you're a
Brad,
child. If you're
yeah. I was gonna say, and I've met a lot of generals having been stationed with my ex at West Point Military Academy. They ain't all
Hmm.
they're cracked up to be.
Nah, no, they just know which butt to kiss and which paperwork to fill out. And that's pretty
Yeah,
much it. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
when you get to that higher levels of officers, there's a lot of that going on to get the next promotion.
yeah, exactly,
yeah,
Sadly,
I guess that
exactly.
would go across the board with a lot of professional
probably,
Oh,
yeah,
jobs,
yeah.
oh yeah,
official
I mean, and it's
jobs.
not
Yeah.
all of them. I met a few that were pretty cool. Usually the colonels were probably more the hard asses, and then the ones that weren't getting the promotions because they didn't play that game.
yeah.
Mhm.
I notice that when people go from major and they go to the next level up, which is I think it's lieutenant colonel, which it
Lieutenant
was for the
colonel.
army.
Yep.
Yeah, for the army. That's when their attitude starts to change, and not for
Hmm.
the better. I think they get a little too cocky.
It
They
depends
don't
on where
remember.
they're at. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't remember their hometown, in other words, if you get my
Probably
drift.
depends on their modality too, and their job, what section they're in as well.
Yeah, it's just observation. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
true or rampant or whatever. It's just from what I've, from
Yeah.
people
It's
I've dealt
probably
with.
because, after all that they've done and probably the sacrifice to get to that position, they probably feel that they deserve to, have their butt kissed or something like that. When people go through a lot to get to a certain position,
Hmm
they probably feel that, they're all that. And
hmm
anyway,
Yeah.
that's
I
just me.
mean, yeah, and I've known some of these officers, uh, from 10 years ago, and like where they were captains, that kind of a thing.
Mhm.
And you could tell as they progressed, as they, got promoted, their attitude, they weren't the same person, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't care what you do when you're on the clock. That's your business. Hey,
Yeah.
when you're off the clock, I remember you back when you were, couch surfing, that kind of a thing, right?
Yeah, well,
So, yeah,
a lot of
exactly.
them don't want to remember that.
No, yeah, yeah.
That's why.
So, but anyway, that's
How did we
neither
get
here
on
nor
the
there.
conversation about generals or
I
officials?
don't know. That's the reason why we
I
have
can't
that name.
remember.
Oh,
That's
I know. That's okay. We don't need to loop
yeah.
around.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do it. Well, ladies, you want to go ahead and do some questions here? What the heck? Let's go ahead and get started. See, that's the
Sure.
reason why you came on the show. All right. All right. I'm uh I've heard from several people. I don't know if this is true or not, that angels think that human beings give off a very earthy odor. In other words, they don't think we smell all that great. And the reason why I think they said that was like back in a long time ago, you always hear legends of before seeing an angels or the Nephilim or whatever. They would, have to fast and and just cover themselves in scented oils, yada yada, to mask their smell before they could go in front of these entities. And so what I've heard is that basically to an angel, uh, especially to an angel, we kind of smell like a wet dog.
Hmm.
And I wonder, is this true? Do they find a little irritating to have to interact with humans? I mean, they don't, that's their job, they have to, but do they personally find it a little uncomfortable to be around humans?
And when you talk about angels, you're talking about what we
Yeah,
perceive
what we
as an
perceive.
angel.
Yeah, Michael,
Yeah.
Raphael, whatever.
So
You talking
so basically I would
archangels or are you
call
talking regular angels, the
Yeah,
seraphim?
it doesn't make any difference. I figure like Archie. I kind of get the sense that Michael, and again, how do I know? I mean, I'm just thinking that he's not a. He'd rather deal with through other means of communication than through dealing directly with a human being.
hmm. And I would like to call those guys like the archangels or the angels in general, like the good angels that we perceive as good angels. I like to call them deities instead of entities.
That's fine with me. That's fine with me. I'm trying to be
That's a
generic
good
here.
version.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
trying to be generic with cover all bases here. But yeah, I mean, this is what I understand. They're a little uncomfortable to be around us, and the reason why I said that is that somebody told me that they prefer to deal with us using something like radionics. In other words, there's sort of like a firewall between us and them, instead of having to deal directly with us, because for whatever reason they find it a little uncomfortable.
Well, I got a big yes on that. I got the Ace of Swords, which is a yes. Now I pulled three cards. This is my second card.
Hmm
Now the first card is the Seven of Pentacles, which is they look forward to
Mhm.
communicating. They look forward. You see that guy? He's looking at his crops. See how he's looking?
hmm
He's waiting, and waiting for it to grow because so they're watching us grow. But yeah, I get a yes here, and I get the nine of wands, which is a guy that he's not feeling too good right there. It's kind of tiring. He has to push through, and this is almost like the feeling that they get. I don't think I don't think they're disgusted by the smell, but it's just like, I'd rather just, you know,
Yeah,
you,
exactly,
you can't really
exactly.
see his face on
All
this
right.
card, but I have to.
Well, my first card is Judgment, and it is an angel. But my second card being the Hierophant tells me what you're dealing with is more of what we call the Elohim. And then you get the Three of Cups, which would be your party substance, because that's what they required, the Yahweh and stuff like that. So I'm not thinking it's the angels that we know, but it's the Elohim. And maybe some of them were perceived as angels. But I do know from like I think it's Paul Wallace and Mauro Biglino and stuff like that, that Yahweh required, he liked the smell of certain flesh and so on, and there was certain incense, and you had to bring the exact mixture the way he liked it. And that's where, you know, the wrath of God came in if you didn't have it right, and so on and so forth. Now, what I will say is, you know, I think some of our archangels were originally Elohim from work that I've done in the past. And that's why as soon as I saw that, and then I got the Hierophant, I'm like, no, I think we're talking Elohim. Barbara, you wanna pull a couple clarifiers and see if we're really more talking Elohim as opposed to the angels that we know? Yeah, if I hadn't pulled that Hierophant right afterwards, I was just like, ugh.
So when it comes to what you're saying about the Elohim, I get the Queen of Swords. I mean, excuse me,
Queen of Cups.
the Queen of Cups. Now she's a little focused and she's a little sad, on the sad side, especially when she's aspected with the Two of Swords. And now the Two of Swords could mean a no, but that's the second card. I got this first card. If I were to pull one card, that's kind of like a sad focus card. So who would be sadly focused? Would a good angel be sadly focused, or would like a not so good angel be sadly focused? So that would probably be, I would probably say, agree with what Lynn is saying. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, Lynn?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Shall we clarify?
Yeah.
You want to clarify, Brad?
Go for it.
Okay. Do the angels that we know dislike the human smell? No. Is what Brad is asking about angels, does he mean the Elohim and the Yahweh? Yes. So would that have been like Archangel Gabriel when he was Elohim? Yes. Metatron? Yes. Okay. So any of the archangels that were probably previously in more lower dimensional bodies, you know, yes, they did not like the smell of humans.
Yeah, I heard that Michael loves the smell of cedar. So like cedar,
yeah, I've heard that too.
kind of
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, that's his thing. Cedar is Michael's thing.
It just doesn't make sense to me that they would want a buffer between us, because they are so loving and spiritual that they don't need a buffer for us, you know?
Right. I mean, we love a puppy.
Yeah.
It may, you know.
And puppies can stink, but we all love that puppy smell and that puppy breath, right?
Exactly. I think that's sort of like where they're at. Yeah. Hey, we're a little bit of a nuisance, but you know, we're their nuisance. And
so basically what we've learned from this question is that, yeah, the angels, but ex-angels. Elohim.
What the Elohim perceived or presented to us as angels, maybe even, but or just straight up Elohim. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
but not the real loving angels. Okay. No. But
yeah. Very interesting. Since it's a radionics show, primarily. Okay. Do angels prefer to communicate with humans via radionics than directly? Because from what I've heard, and again, I don't know if this is true or not, that they think it's cleaner. But if you have a request for an angel, or if you want to or send an offering, or you know, just like a thank you.
Okay, so what does cleaner mean?
Well, what I mean by cleaner is it's we don't have anything that might be considered like such as the odor per se, you know, anything that may be considered a nuisance. It's like a direct line instead of going, you know, dealing like on a party line or with a lot of static. You're like going directly to that angel. It's just a cleaner, direct way of doing it, and they find it less I wouldn't say aggravation. It's not really the word for it. They just find it better for them. It's easier for them use radionics to communicate or to ask for something than it is to go directly. They prefer, if they had the two to choose from, they would take that one.
Well, now that we know that the angels that we were thinking that were angels, the not the deities, but the entities, the Elohim, I would think that it would be the Elohim now that we've distinguished the difference between the entities and the deities. What we would probably think would be an angel, but is a bad angel, which would be, which I would say was an entity, which would be the Elohim. I would think, now that we know that, I would think that they would probably prefer, since they, can't stand us anyway. It's like, well, if you got to communicate, do it that way, because you guys, stank, that type of thing.
Yeah, I mean,
but we can still pull on it.
Yeah, I just want to say
think,
yes
Lynn?
or no. Yeah. It's totally up to you, ladies. If you want to.
Go ahead, Barbara.
So now you're talking about we're talking about the angels, not the Elohim. Let's distinguish it just to make sure.
Deities. We'll go with deities.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's see the deities, because if we just pull on and say angels in general, we can get
the deities that are of the light and for the greatest of man, humankind.
That's a good way. That's a good way of putting it.
That's a good way to put it, because otherwise we can get a yes, and that could be represent the entity, not the deity. Okay. Okay, so the good ones. So the good ones that want our highest wellness. What if they prefer to see what the cards say?
If it's easier for them or prefer radionics versus straight on.
Well, how about this? I shuffle my cards and I got the same card that I did before. So they are looking forward to communicating with us. Remember that I got that card before? And then Lynn distinguished that it was the entities and not the deities, angels, let's say. So I got the same card. So they're looking forward to it. Now I get the 7 of swords, and I'll pull another 2 cards. This card. So I get the 7 of swords. So they feel that it's a good strategy, a good tactic to communicate, because it's almost like people put more faith into maybe
an electronic as opposed to their own abilities.
Yes.
Yeah. They'd rather use a tool.
Yeah. So it's okay with them. It's okay with them, because whatever, it's important to communicate, because she's for truth and integrity. So but they are as much looking forward to communicating with us, just as the entities, angels. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think that's. Go ahead.
You pulled that, Lynn?
Oddly, got the World was my first card. And then I got the then I got the Lovers, which
you get some heavy hitters.
It's again, and it's in agreement, I think, and they're fine with it. Like Barbara was saying, I don't believe it's necessary. I don't keep doing that. But then I did get, where the heck the devil.
Oh, wow.
So it may be easier for these guys to use it, even though the angels agree and will use it. So I would say you're definitely going to have to use your discernment if you are using radionics instead of your own. But I mean, even our own abilities, we need to use our discernment. And that may be what these cards are saying overall. Both sides can use it. You need, as the person, no matter what the radionics or what you're putting out there, use your discernment.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
that's well said.
Yeah. I mean, it's free will. You do, it's like anything else. You could use it for good or use it for evil. The choice is up to you,
Yeah.
I mean, it's your, it's your karma. You figure it out. Yeah. But anyway, now here is a very interesting one. It's about a specific date in the future. And I want to know what the cards are picking up. And after after you ladies pick up on this, or lay down your cards and we'll go over this, I'll tell you what this date supposedly means, or the history of this date. Okay, it is June the 6th, 2026. June the 6th, 2026. My question is there anything going to happen, anything special that's going to happen on that day?
I think I better do a full pull of this one here. Let's see. June 6th, 2026.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see what the cards in the universe want us to know about that day.
Yeah, this date really, this is supposedly the journey that came to this date. It was like Indiana Jones and National Treasure all rolled into one. I'm just saying, it is supposedly a very important day.
What did you say? National what?
National Treasure. It's like
Because I get the
Indiana
treasure.
Jones.
I do get the treasure card.
Mm-hmm.
It's this he's a king of pentacles, so he's like a treasure. He is under the first card that I pulled was a Hierophant. Now the Hierophant isn't always bad. It's actually very well aspected. So that means a higher self. That means a teacher, a guru. It's a higher being. So there's some type of a higher beingness that has to do with treasure because look, I get Pentacles
Barbara,
cards. I get
the Vatican, the Pope, the Vatican.
that could be the Vatican, but it's very well aspected though.
I know, but with the King of Pentacles, you're saying there's a lot of money. We know there's a lot of money buried under the Vatican.
Yeah, I think they dug that up a couple of years ago, though, right? Did they?
I don't know if it's
Oh, maybe they're going to say something about it on June 6th.
Yeah. Yeah, because I did get the King of
King of Pentacles?
King of Swords.
King of
So there is
Swords,
definitely something to that date. And I have the World card and the 5 of Wands. So it's something to do with the war, something to end. And if you're getting the Hierophant with the King, I'm wondering if it's something about the Vatican. What else did you get? Look at him smiling. Look at him smiling. Are we close, Brad? Are we close?
You're getting there.
I got the Empress, which was aspected with the King of Pentacles. So that's high richness right there. That's abundance. Yep. So the abundance. And I got another money card too. I got the Six of Pentacles. I don't know if you can see that Six of Pentacles.
The Ace of Pentacles was on the bottom of my deck too.
Yeah.
So
there's a wait.
Definitely.
Somebody's waiting for this date. Somebody's waiting for something to happen because I get 2 waiting cards. Not 1, but 2. Now this guy's waiting and this guy is a heck of a waiting.
Yeah.
But
there's information coming out about the war. Something maybe even ending with the war, with the World card. Something coming to an end.
Okay. Well, here's what that date supposedly is. It has something to do this. I don't know if you ladies have ever watched the Y Files. They had a guy there who was basically part of the Knights Templar, and he went through this giant journey of finding these ancient documents. Knights Templar, yes. He was seriously involved in it. And toward the end of the show, the 30 minutes of it was it was really crazy. But supposedly that's when there's something Christ-like is going to appear on the earth. I don't know if it's the second coming of Christ or something Christ-related. It's going to be massive. It's going to appear on earth. When you said the Vatican, okay, there we go. You said the war. What is Christ? Peace. Abundance. Heaven on earth. That kind of a thing. And I'm wondering, is this? That's what that date supposedly means. It's a very important date according to the scholars that are involved in Masonry, Freemasonry, and especially when it came to Knights Templar.
I just was
that's probably why the first card was the Hierophant.
I asked, was this maybe like another project Blue Beam or something rather than aliens being like a big Christ-like thing? And I got the Ace of Pentacles.
Who knows?
Yeah. Time will tell.
Some type of fakery.
June 6th is just around the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
Around the corner.
Exactly. Okay. Now, the next one I wanted to ask is when I don't know how to put this YouTube friendly, but hey, we can always this video of editing. All right. I am hearing that Tel Aviv in Israel has basically been decimated. And also, is Netanyahu still alive?
We polled on Netanyahu, didn't we, in one of our rapid fires, Barbara?
Oh, okay. If you did, I
We
didn't
did,
see.
but I can't remember what we pulled on.
Well,
Okay,
I think
well,
we might have gotten the usual that the original one has been gone for a while, but I think that they took him off stage.
yeah,
Very
because we're seeing,
possible. He's been
yeah, because we're
taken off
seeing,
stage for the
yeah,
show.
yeah, exactly. And there was like a meme, when you have AI generated video of somebody, it usually means they're
Yeah,
dead. Yeah,
yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
just kind of, and
Well,
but Tel Aviv, I'm interested. What's the condition of
was
Israel right now?
was Tel Aviv originally, was that their capital and then Trump moved it to Jerusalem or something? What did Trump do moving something? Didn't he move
I
something?
thought I thought it had something like diplomatic or
Was it the
the
US embassy? Maybe did he
yeah, the
move
embassy.
did
Yeah,
he
I
move
think it was
that
like the
to
embassy or
Jerusalem?
something. I
Did he
think
move
it
that
might
to
have been
Jerusalem?
yeah, yeah, yeah. But Tel Aviv is like it's
No,
like the
no, I
capital
know.
of
I'm
this.
but I
Yeah.
wanted to make sure because I'm thinking if I had had that backwards, if Trump had moved something to Tel Aviv, I would find it hard to believe he would flatten it. So yeah, it makes sense if he moved it out of Tel Aviv that maybe it was going to be flattened. So that'll be interesting to see. Barbara, I'm gonna
Mhm.
let you pull that up since I keep mumbling like that.
No, no. So how are we gonna ask the question?
Does the
Yeah,
city
yeah,
of
yeah.
Tel Aviv still exist? Is
Yeah,
it
I mean,
Does Tel
still?
Aviv still exist?
it's a bit decimated. I hear
Yeah.
stories that it's like the Gaza Strip.
What?
Tel Aviv been decimated. Okay, I'll pull 3 cards.
Hmm.
Because whatever it is, the answer is going to be in 3 cards. Just depends on us to
Yeah.
decipher it. Okay, my first card is a 3 of Wands.
Hmm.
3 of Wands. Now that looks like a flat earth in front of him. You look at it. I don't
Well,
know if
it's
you can see it,
deserty
but
too, doesn't it? With all that sun.
it looks
No
like a
green. Yeah.
flat desert. So if I just pull one card, I would say yes, that the I mean, I could say, yeah, he's looking over a river. So maybe he's looking over a river, but what'd you get,
Hmm.
Lynn?
Just when I did a quick, pull out of the deck anywhere, I got the world,
Mm-hmm.
which would tell me it was
It's
flattened.
ended. And
Mhm.
guess what? I got the
Yeah.
judgment card, and that means like wake up, look, there's a big old
Yeah.
mess right
There was a
here.
lot of shit going on there. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
So the
by
rumors
these
are
cards, I
true.
would say yes,
Could
it's
be. Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
the cards.
Yeah.
However, at the bottom of the deck, I got the justice card. So justice is something that balances something out, something that's just as karmic.
I have the 8 of Wands
So
on the bottom. So
8 of Wands
could
at the
be
bottom.
could be a lot. I think there's a lot more to it than what just this though.
Mm.
I think with
Hmm.
the eight of
Mm-hmm.
wands on the bottom of the deck, I would say there's probably more going on to it than what we think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but check
Yeah.
that, guys.
Yeah.
Just looking at a flat
Yep. Oh yeah, absolutely.
plane.
And
So
that's why I said it looks like a desert, like there's nothing out there. It's deserted, right? Like a city is gone.
Yeah.
well, according to that's what the cards say.
Yeah. Yeah. And the next question to kind of touch on this, and again, I don't know how we're going to handle YouTube. We're going to need editing on this one properly too.
I
All
don't
right.
know.
From what I understand, Iran is 70% Christian, and 30% of it is Islamic. And so that what the problem is, you have the Muslim, this mullahs or whatever, who have been persecuting the Christians, and they're saying 40,000, give or take, have been executed by the mullahs and what have you. Now, my question is, I hear that internally that is very pro-Trump, and that the Christians are revolting or having a revolution against the mullahs to regain their country.
Let's find out if the Christianity thing is that high of a percentage because
Sure.
I know the Persians, which are the bulk of Iran, are not Islam. They're not Islamists.
Hmm. Okay,
Um,
sure. Right.
so, but I don't know that they're Christian either. I don't know what religion. I don't
Hmm.
know what religion they are. I'm not familiar with that. Unless you want me just to ask the pendulum real quick. You want me to ask the
As
pendulum?
Yeah,
whatever
That's
you
a good
ladies feel.
pendulum question. All right.
yeah.
Are the Persians in Iran mostly Christian? No. Are they Muslim, Islamics? No. So they have their own religion? They have their own religion.
Okay.
I wouldn't doubt that they're being persecuted though, but I don't think they're, I think, well,
This is what I hear.
are there any Christians left in Iran? No, because the Ayatollah would have killed everybody probably back in the 70s, Christian wise.
So basically, according to the pendulum, the 30% is not Christian then.
No, he was saying 70%. So
I thought it was so. Yeah.
So the question would be, I guess I would say, since we don't know what religion they are, and the Persians have, and I know they call themselves Persians. You know, when you say anything about them, they're like, no, we are Persians. Let's see if the Persians, I guess I would say, ask if the Persians are indeed the majority in Iran. Let's start with that, and then we can probably ask about the persecution. And the persecution could even come up with 3 cards, depending on, you know, if we see death cards or moon card and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah. Well, my biggest question is there an actual internal revolt within Iran? Do you have like, you know, they're trying to bring down the mullahs, you know, this.
Oh, I think they've probably been trying to do that for years. If they could, they probably,
I mean,
okay, so that's what you want. So basically you want to ask then, are the Persians actually trying to topple the Islamic regime? How's that?
Let's
Okay,
go
now
for it.
before I put cards in that, the question that you said before that, what is it that you said?
Oh, it was, you know,
I think Lynn said it. She's just said something. I pulled 3 cards on it.
Well, was the are the Persians in fact the majority of the population in Iran over the Muslims?
Okay, I think they are.
Yeah.
That's something that's not really known that well, because the moon is kind of unknown information too. And I get the judgment and the 9 of wands on that. Okay. So it's like they're really tired. They want people to know that they're the majority, but a lot of people don't know that. So now we're going to pull on the question that you just said, which was?
Is there an eternal revolution? Is there an eternal revolution?
Are the Persians helping to dismantle the Islamic regime? Are the Persians?
That works.
Okay.
Yeah, that works.
Are the Persians helping to dismantle the Islamic regime in Iran?
No.
I know you see a lot of the videos, and a lot of the Persians that are over here are so happy about what's going on. You know,
they're all pro-Trump.
Yeah, I think they are, because you see this card keeps coming back for some reason, but they're looking forward to it. They're looking forward to, and how did you say the question? I'm sorry.
Are the Persians trying to topple?
And so they want to end that regime. You see, you have the death card. The death is like something is like an ending, and this is like you want to stop it. So yes, so they're looking forward. 7 of Pentacles, looking forward to ending it.
Knight of Wands, yes, that's a military card, right? And then I got the Ace of Cups, which is definitely a yes, I would say. With
I got the Ace of Cups.
Yeah, and then I got the 5 of Swords. So yes, there is a war. They are trying to. I would say yes.
Okay.
And they're anticipating.
There's probably some setbacks too, since that is a 5. So something might be holding it back or whatever. You know, they might have had to step back some of that. Yeah. Oh, you got the Hangman.
Yeah, definitely anticipating it. They're like, okay, I'm waiting. You know, waiting for that to happen. Oh, I'm hanging around waiting. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm just hearing like, you know, people are chanting in the streets, you know, Trump, 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 the whole 9. I'm sure, you know, you ladies, I know you probably go to the same places I go to for information. So, all right, very good. Next question is sort of along the same line, but different country. The UK. For whatever reason, something tells me that the people of the United Kingdom have had enough, and they are about ready to basically pull a 1776. In UK. Is this true?
With their government or with the immigration?
With that's probably the catalyst of the reason why they are about ready to have a revolution against both the government and the royal family. I think the royal family is pretty much kaput when it comes to the eyes of the general public. I think they're just kind of like an ornament of history. And but yes, but the sad thing about it is they are subjects to the crown. They're not really citizens. They're just subjects. They're British subjects.
Yeah.
Well, they've definitely had it. They've definitely had it. They're tired of, going through
Hmm.
whatever they're going through and their government and royalties and everything. They've really had it. Underneath, like you see that sword underneath? So underneath there's something that they're trying to do for sure because they've had it. This guy is like see all the swords in his back. He's down and out. There's no way. I mean, the only way you can come up, the only place you can come up from this is up, let's say.
Hmm.
So yeah, it looks like they've had it.
Okay.
What you get, Lynn?
I got the Two of Swords, so there's again some hold up.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Lover's card, which can be a government card.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got the Two of Wands, which would be looking out typically from a safe distance. So
Well, with that government card that you have, the
yeah,
lovers, I
lovers.
think they're waiting. They're,
Yeah,
this is also a
yeah,
queen, of
yeah,
course, So justice, they're waiting for justice to come through
yeah,
for the royalties and
yeah,
for the government.
for everything.
Yeah, something's going on over there.
Something is, but we're not seeing it yet.
Yeah, in
Or
fact, that's why I got the Four of Swords
blindfold on.
because
Yeah,
it's going
yeah.
on underneath.
Mm-hmm.
If you live in England, you can probably actually, if you live in England, write in the comments what you see. Let us know what you yeah, we need some boots
Is
on the
there,
ground.
yeah, exactly. Is there a talk of a revolt?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, very interesting. Okay, and well, since we're talking about Europe now, all right. I hear that when NATO was being formed, that initially it was staffed by former German officers of World War II. Okay, I'm trying to be YouTube friendly here. All right, that basically NATO, when it initially was put together in Europe, the the people that were in charge were ex-Nazis. This is
Is there
true.
actually like a NATO army are you talking about? Or
No,
I
no,
thought, doesn't every
the people,
country send a representative to form NATO?
but there were ex-German officers. I think one of them was like oversaw the entire Central Europe operation of NATO. And he was a German officer during World War II. One matter of fact, he
All
was
right,
one
so
of
yeah.
yeah,
Okay, so I guess basically just the question is when a NATO initially formed, was it run by former German
Nazis.
Not
soldiers?
Nazi.
Yeah,
Just like the NASA program here. You know, it was
Project
put together
Paperclip.
by yeah, exactly. All that stuff. Same situation.
Hmm. Well, I think they could have started the idea,
Hmm.
but then it was switched over or blocked or stopped or something like that because I get a death card. Now, the death card is the major arcana, but it also means like a big old no to me.
Hmm.
I also get the Eight of Cups, which is somebody just walking away from a situation.
Hmm.
Nine of Swords. But then it's really weird that I get you see all these dark cards, you see all these dark, at night. Did they do a lot of stuff at night? I mean, okay, the Death card is at night. The Eight of Cups is at night. The Nine of Swords is at night. And this is a darker card. It's like all these black and blue colors. So maybe they were stopped. They wanted to do it, but they were stopped by somebody, and somebody else took over and started. But they got the ball rolling, and it was stopped. That's what I think. Maybe it was stopped by
Because
somebody with
I got a
authority.
soft yes with the page. I'm going to agree with you.
Mhm.
The next one was the Ten of Swords. So
Mhm.
probably a lot of backstabbing and everything else because that's what they wanted to do. And then I ended up with the Two of Pentacles. So maybe half and half were. So it wasn't all. That might have been their intention, but maybe, with these three, I would say that's what they wanted. But there was a lot of fighting, backstabbing, surrender. So they had to surrender to probably 50-50. So maybe it wasn't as many as they wanted.
Yeah.
What do you
A lot of them
think?
walked away from it.
Yeah.
They abandoned the.
Yep.
Yeah. I think we're basically out of that, I think, or we're on our way to being out of it.
I thought Trump already left NATO, didn't he?
I know he left UN. I know
He
he just
left the
basically
WHO.
told
He left the WHO. Yeah.
yeah. He just basically told him, people are clowns.
Speaking of the WHO, we did a question on the WHO, the HWO in another video. I edited it. We can take this part out. But I don't know if you and Kyla saw that I flipped up the picture of the WHO.
Oh.
The band.
And I immediately took it down and I put the HWO up.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that.
Was that the rapid fire on Friday?
Yeah,
Or was that
one of those,
older?
I think it's older.
Oh, me. What are you going to do? Okay. All right. Let's see here. What's the next one? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. I've had this conversation with some of my friends. They think, oh, we're this Iranian thing, blah blah blah. We're this is about ready to enter a world war, yeah, and this and that and the other. And I tell them that this is definitely a. I hear a voice in the background. Never mind. Okay.
That's mine. That's mine.
Sorry. Okay, sorry about that. All right.
Oh, you got a good hearing.
Oh, no, it's just going through my ear, going through my.
Well,
you have a good mic. You have a good mic.
But it's supposed to block out other, noise. But I'm curious to hear the voice because, we've been hearing certain things in our videos recently.
Voices. Yeah.
Okay.
Voices have been coming through, and there's nobody else in the room.
Oh, that's just
So that's
special.
spooky. Is that spooky?
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. From the top. Almost heard it again. All right. Anyway, the deal is China. When it comes to this Iranian stuff, I keep telling them I think the end game is China because here's what's going on. Venezuela and Iran are the two major suppliers of oil to China. What has happened? They've basically been stopped. Okay, they're controlled. And so I think this is plus Venezuela has a lot to do with certain machines that are used in casting ballots inside the United States. There seems to be a lot of interesting things going on there that also included China. And so my question to you is China in trouble because of what's been done to Venezuela and Iran? Are they in some serious trouble, economically, militarily, because of what's been done with these two countries?
It's hard on them. Whatever those two countries are doing, it's making it kind of hard on them.
Venezuela and Iran. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not making it really easy on them. Let me pull a couple more. But China has an ace up their sleeve. And the reason why I say that is because they're working on something. You see the working card there? And I get the secretive card. So yes, it's like it's hard on them, but they're ready to bounce back or retaliate or do something because they're working on something quietly in the background.
All right. So his first card was the Two of Pentacles. So I'm wondering if China's already kind of split because we seem to think Xi is actually a good guy and he's actually going against CCP. I don't know, because then I got the Queen of Swords, who is truth and integrity. And then what did I get? The King of Coins? No, the Knight of Coins. Then I got the Knight of Coins. So financially, I think they're definitely struggling, but with this Two of Pentacles, I'm wondering if there's two different entities in China.
CCP and probably the white hats.
That's
I
what
guess
yeah,
what?
that, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, well, when you said that, I just pulled this card,
Yeah.
and that's our white hat card,
Yeah. Yep. Okay, good.
independence card,
Yeah.
financial independence. So yeah, somebody's up in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's probably the ace that they have up their sleeve.
Yeah.
They're
Could be.
they're secretly working
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
on something or with somebody, you know.
Mhm.
Mhm. Yeah. Because you know, I always tell everybody, I said, nothing is as it appears to
Right.
be. You just got to remember that. You just got to look at it as a show. And you have to do your own digging. Don't trust anybody on anything. Yeah, they may provide you with little tidbits of information, but nobody has all the answers.
Right. And
And
don't, yeah, and like we always say, listen, people that we thought were going to be, we thought were good are going to turn out to be bad, and people we thought were bad are going to turn out to be good. So just be
Mhm.
prepared for anything to come, and don't
Oh
just
yeah,
be shocked and say, oh no, it can't be that way, because guess what? It is.
Yeah. The best way to get around it is just sit back and enjoy the show.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Yeah.
Don't invest in any characters.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Eh, And
Quit worshiping people, and quit expecting people to come and be your knight in shining armor. Be your own knight in shining armor.
Be your own knight
exactly.
shiner. Be your own knight shining armor.
Yeah,
Remember
exactly. Yeah, that reminds me of a story. You know, I was over in Las Vegas and Joshua P. Warren was doing this thing, and everybody said, "Oh, I hear Dr. Mulder's going to be there." And one of my friends was talking to these women, whatever, well, well, before the show was going, and I was told they were joking. I said, "Looks like you got a little bit of a cult." And I said, "Oh, bullshit." I said, uh, it's not my job to be a cult leader. It's my job to make them their own cult leaders." Be the
it?
okay. I don't want the job. I'm just yeah, I don't need, you know, I don't want to manage anybody. I like for people to just manage themselves. Just say, please do this, and I'll leave all the headaches to you. You figure it out, right? And that's the way I like to
Who needs cult leaders now? Now that we have influencers,
yeah, exactly.
I mean, they're the biggest cult leaders. You know, come on now.
Oh yeah, exactly. Oh, that was my mother. She can wait. Anyway.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Uh, hey, 86 years old and still kicking my ass.
all right. You go, girl.
Yeah,
You go,
exactly.
mama.
Oh boy, I tell you, I hope I have that energy when I'm that age. Let's see, what else do you want to? Okay,
Okay,
all
this
right.
card fell out twice, so apparently money wants to show up. Have your palms been itchy lately? So I
Brad.
it
Yes.
when you were start talking, and then after you talked about your mom and I shuffled it, fell out again. So apparently money might be coming in for somebody somewhere, maybe watching this show.
Either that or Brad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've been working on this trading algorithm with a buddy of mine, and it's like,
Ching, ching.
okay, it's got a few little limitations to it, but in the right environment, it will work as average, as designed.
Well, then, according to that card, it looks like it might be coming in then for you, bud.
Yeah, oh
Gosh,
boy.
I've been telling him. Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, hey,
Well, I
I'm
haven't been telling him, but the cards have been saying it, not me. I don't know
yeah.
anything about that.
I have my I like to work on stuff. All right, here is a good one for you, ladies. I don't know if you heard about this little phenomenon that's been going around. I even did a show about the other night. People apparently they're able to take these lasers, like a red laser, put
Mhm.
it toward a wall, okay, and then they're able to look at it from an angle. And
Yeah.
a lot of these people are under DMT, okay, and when they do this, they're able to see basically it looks like lines of code, and it's sort of like they said it reminds them of the movie The Matrix, where you have like all these lines of code, going down or whatever. Now, my question to you, ladies, is this actually what it is? What are these people seeing? What are all these little symbols? And they seem to be seeing the same identical symbols over and over again. The experiment is repeatable, and people are all seeing the same damn thing. So my question is, what are they seeing?
Okay, so you're saying that there's a phenomenon where people are taking a red laser and they're shining it on the wall and they're seeing like codes
Yeah,
and stuff, right?
Yeah, there a lot of these people are under the influence of DMT, which is sort of a hallucinogenic, or the body
Okay.
naturally produces it. But when they're looking at this laser from an angle, they're able to see all this code. It starts to become holographic. They're able to see a lot more than what appears to be there, normally.
Typically, you can
So
DMT anyway. So, but yeah.
what'd you say, Lynn?
Typically, that's why you use a lot of drugs like that to hallucinogens to go into deeper states of consciousness and stuff like that. So,
Oh, yes, indeed, they do that. So most of these people are doing that. Are there anybody that's not doing DMTC in this?
I know one person personally who can see this phenomenon without the use of any drugs or hallucinogens whatsoever.
Okay.
Perfectly
All right.
sober, can still see this phenomenon.
Okay. With that said, I'm not going to double check to see if all that's true because I like to double check to see if
Oh,
things are true before I start digging in.
oh,
But
sure.
I'll take your word for it. So let's see what they're seeing. I'm going to pull a few more cards on this one.
I might have to too, but I'm going to see what you get first.
What are they seeing? Okay, well, I get two major. I pulled 7 cards, but I get two major arcana. So it looks like they're seeing they're busting through dimensions, is what I'm thinking. Because I get the Fool card. The Fool card is somebody he's about to walk off the cliff with his dog and everything. So he's jumping into the emptiness, walking in the dark. And then right under him is the Tower card. So that's almost like busting through dimensions. So it's like they're busting through dimensions. Let me see if I get what'd you get, Lynn?
Empress was first, then I got the Hermit,
Okay.
and then I got the Magician.
Oh,
So you got the Empress and you got the Hermit, which would be your two dimensions, right? And the Magician, so they're magically going in through dimensions. Kind of makes sense with what you got. Yeah. That's why I wanted to see what you got first, because I was like, how am I supposed to interpret these? But I liked what you got, and I'm like, oh, that's it.
yeah. I mean, that sounds
And
kind
these are
of
major hitters, so they're seeing stuff. They're definitely, you know, they're definitely seeing stuff.
they're heavy, heavy hitters, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's something about that code or something about what they're seeing that's it's conflictual. Do you say that? Conflictual? Because I get 2 5s. I get a 5 of Wands, which creates conflict. See those people fighting?
Yep.
And then I get the 5 of Pentacles, which is, you're falling on bad times. It's a bad time. It's a bad. So there's something
That
that
could
they're
be the
seeing
trick.
that
That could be the drugs.
could be the drug,
Like
yeah.
worded that way, that could be the drug. Because some people have an issue on DMT and stuff like that. Oh.
But I also get the King of Pentacles, which is a very, very extremely rich and abundant card. But
Yeah.
that was
When I pulled a couple
huh,
more, King of Pentacles was down there too.
oh, there you go. You got the King of Pentacles.
Mhm.
But the five of the conflict was under the richness. So that means that's a lot of conflict. There's a lot of uncomfortableness.
Hmm.
But I think I mean it's good and bad because I get the King of Pentacles, but then I get the 5s, and then I get the 6 of Wands, which is a victory card.
It might depend on the individual, and some may have a hard time with it, and some may successfully go through it. That could be why you're getting the 5 and the 6, maybe.
Yeah, that's true because that would
Mhm.
validate this 7 of Wands. That's kind of like a defensive card, but it's also
Yeah,
uniqueness, like
yeah,
unique winnings or
yeah,
unique,
yeah.
So
Very interesting. Yeah. What fascinates me about this subject, and we were talking about quantum computers the last time you ladies were here, and this kind of falls in line with the quantum computers because I've watched a lot of videos on this, and some have theorized, and again, these people they're highly intelligent people. They're theorizing that what you're able to see here, eh, they said that this reality is like a computer game, like basically we're part of a computer program, quote unquote. Okay. And what we're seeing here, because of using this method with the laser, what have you, they're seeing the actual source code of this program. Now, what I'm looking at here, and again, it just kind of last night just hit me how big this could possibly be. Imagine radionically using a laser to tap into the source code and changing things, doing something to the source code itself. And I was thinking, interesting, because if this is the actual code for reality and you were to mess with it, do a few little tweaks on it, a few little upgrades, whatever, plugins, whatever you want to call it, you could actually change reality by doing this, by using oh yeah, this is radionically. I'm
I was like,
looking at this. Yeah, yeah. It's one of the, that was it looked I was thinking, oh shit, this is major. This is major because I actually have a test subject, and the guy's an engineer, and he can do this. He says, for whatever reason, he's been able to see this code since he was like 10 years old, since he was a little boy, and the guy's 60. And so, and so this is a major little thing here that can be tapped into. And I'm wondering, because the more I find out about quantum computers, the more I realize, okay, well, I'm not dealing with something that's binary. I mean, it's not zeros and ones here. This thing's analog. It's like I'm dealing with a consciousness type thing with a quantum computer. It's entirely, and that's what we're dealing with here. Is this analog or is this digital? And I think it's sort of a quote unquote, sort of like a mishmash of a quantum computer. What we're seeing is the code itself of a quantum computer. I know it sounds strange and it sounds far-fetched and it's kind of hard to really, wrap your head around it. But this thing it just opened my eyes to something that may be a major leap into messing or into reality or finding out what makes this thing we call the universe. Does it really exist?
You gotta
Yeah.
be careful, Brad, because you be tapping into something, and next thing you know, you look up and you see somebody, a big old person, looking down on you and pulling that globe, pulling that
Yeah, yeah.
that what do you call it? The arch off the
Yeah.
land,
Oh, the dome. Yeah.
the
Pull the,
dome,
yeah.
Firmament.
Yeah, yeah,
pulling
exactly.
back the firmament.
Yeah,
You'll
yeah.
be
Oh, yeah.
careful.
Like we're in a giant
It's like
terrarium.
he'll be like,
Mhm.
Brad, what are you doing down there? You're not supposed to be doing that. Put that back.
Oh,
But my
but
goodness.
but it could go the other direction too. I could be that person that's lifting. Never mind. But that's not a bad. No, never mind. All right.
You really never know you really never know what these dimensions.
Yeah. What are you going to do? If I didn't have the idea, and this is the crazy thing about it. I've come to the conclusion if you could think it, the chances are you could probably do it. And it's really strange how that works. But no, I think that pretty much covers all the questions I have tonight. Is there anything you ladies want to cover before we call it an evening? It's entirely up to you.
No, I think you were saying something about Chuck. If you wanted to say something about
Yeah,
him, or
yeah,
I don't
yes,
know.
yeah, it's Chuck. Okay, Charles Casamano. And I have to say that Barbara, you're one heck of a researcher because you were the one that was able to find out more information about what was going on with Chuck than anybody. I mean, hell, I had some guy who was living over in Chicago. He couldn't find out anything either. And you were able to kind of track down the information about Chuck and,
Yeah.
at the time, and the guy was not doing so hot. And so my question is he still on the earth plane or is he still alive? Is he conscious? What's going on with Chuck?
Well, a lot of people on your channel already know who Chuck is, which is Charles Cosimano,
Mm-hmm.
and he's one of the people that basically took radionics in a different direction. I mean, how would you explain who he is?
Yeah, he is basically the godfather of modern radionics. He was able to write books and explain in layman terms how it works, and most importantly, how to use it, and even more importantly, how you can build your own basic devices so you can at least get in the game. They may not be the most powerful devices in the world, but at least you can build your own devices where you can get into the game to start using radionics to make things happen. And this gentleman was basically the guy that got it all started. He is loved by some and hated by others. The people who build radionics devices hate this guy because he showed everybody, a lot of the secrets behind radionics. And so
he made it easy, like for the lame person to get
layman.
to it and make it
Correct.
make it tangible.
Yeah,
Make
exactly.
it possible.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Where anybody could do this, for a few dollars, you could have a basic device and at least get in the game and start, doing your own experiments. And that's what I loved about all this. And so, but neither here nor there. I've worked with this gentleman for years, and built a lot of things for him and with him. And anyway, I just want to find out what the status is on Charles
Seven of Swords
Casamaro.
was my first card. Queen of Cups, and then the Star card. And then I pulled another, and I got the Nine of Cups. I don't think he's with us anymore.
Okay.
Now,
All right.
because I've got the Star card, is he maybe off planet, a wish, maybe doing something else? Barbara, you want to kind of, what do you think? What do you think? From what I got.
Yeah, with the Star card, yeah, that could be interdimensional.
He could be off planet somewhere. Yeah. I'm not getting a death card, but a wish for him to be off planet. Do you want to clarify, Barbara? See if you can.
Let me see what I get.
And especially with there being like a strategy to it. But the Queen of Cups is.
Yeah, you got the Seven of Swords too.
Yeah, that was the first card too.
Well, I'll start with the bottom of the deck.
Yeah.
Which is the
Two of Cups on the bottom. Yeah.
Which is the King of Cups. Now that's almost
hidden.
That could be in hiding. That could be somebody in hiding, psychological, But the first card I got was the King of Swords. So that's truth.
So what I asked you was, is he off planet?
Yeah, so that's and get this. So maybe he might not be like physically like right here, right now in this dimension with us, but like Lynn said, he could be wherever he was before, he's not there. Basically, he's wherever he was.
Yeah.
Because I also get the magician. He's a great magician, great magician.
And we both have the cups.
Queen of Cups, yes. And the Queen of Cups, the magician is somebody that,
make
things
happen.
Disappear. Poof.
Yeah.
Poof, you're back. And great manifester. The Queen of Cups is a water card, an emotional card. And that could also be a woman. What did you get the emotional card?
I have, that was my second card after the
the Queen of Cups,
it was the Queen of Cups. Yep.
So if you try to look for him where he was before, he probably isn't there. And somebody could say, well, he's gone.
Find him, yeah.
Yeah. But I think the Chicago guy was long before I had found him, though. But maybe he's not there anymore. But how do you explain that? Somebody that's not there and they're
disappeared.
There. Yeah, somewhere.
Have you guys ever drawn cards on him to see if he is of the light or did he go over to the dark side?
I've never because we knew that he could be wicked at times, and he would tell you he's wicked.
Yeah,
he'll tell you. Now that was no secret, and he called himself the what was it when you open your videos, or how would he call himself?
Let's see, how do we put it? Let's see.
The wicked, the king of wickedness, or something like that.
No, it's something like the what was it called? The great, the powerful, the evil, and I do mean evil. Uncle Chucky.
Emphasize evil.
Yeah, emphasis on evil.
Yeah, but of course, whenever you listen to your shows that you did with him, it just seems so funny and so intelligent and informed. Historian, I think he was a professional historian.
Oh yeah. He had a bachelor's in history
Yeah.
from I think the University, I don't know, is it Chicago? University of Chicago or something along that line. Anyway, um
Yeah, great historian. So,
yeah.
but then you would think, okay, but then he would talk about some things that he did, and then you would think, oh, you don't want to get on his bad side.
No,
So,
no, no. Yeah, when a man tells you he's a sociopath, believe him.
Yeah.
That's
well,
all I
that's
gotta
what he
say.
told.
Yeah, that's what
Well,
he
if he
said.
told you that, if
Yeah,
that's what
yeah,
he
yeah.
said, then
Yeah, yeah, believe him. Yeah. I had a, yeah, I got a story I'll tell you off air if you ladies want to hear about
okay.
by having to deal with an evil magician, which, by the way, was a valuable skill set for future endeavors. Having to protect your ass. Oh boy,
Just
I tell you.
just makes you stronger, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but what can I say? All right, well, now we know. All right. Well, that being said, number one, uh, best wishes to Kyla and get well soon. And I really do appreciate what you ladies are done here. I know that you're kind of, uh, playing, one man short, or excuse me, one woman short. And and so I do appreciate your efforts on this. And really, I think we kind of covered the gambit here. This is another thing too, ladies and gentlemen, the Three Pinnacles show. Do not miss the one about the 1880s procedures that the doctors were involved in when it came to gynecology.
Yeah, he was a doctor without borders.
Yeah. I have to say, there are worse jobs. Anyway, so
I'm really surprised you didn't have any more questions on that video, Brad.
uh, oh, I think you ladies did a one on the. I think originally it was called the Steely Dan. I think that's where the band got its name, was from that device from
Oh,
the.
really?
Did we do one on it?
I
I
think
think I think we talked about the Steely Dan. I don't think we did a video on it.
Mm-mm.
yeah. Oh well, the things you ladies will go through.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
Steely Dan, the New Yorkers are most of the New Yorkers know what a Steely Dan is. We're not going to tell you now. You just look, you find out what a Steely Dan is, and then you comment under the video what you think a Steely Dan is.
Yeah. Oh boy. But I was just cracking up. I was watching Kyla's face during that when y'all were talking about this. She was kind of like, it was just I think the tension level was about an 8 or a 9 with
I'm like, ah.
she didn't know where to go with that one.
I think she knew where to go, but it's just that she has a different way of expressing herself.
Yes.
Yes, I think that may be it. That was so funny. But no, but really a great show, and I really love. I want to tell you, ladies, both. I really love the direction you're taking. With the bang, 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 the
Oh,
quick
the
draw
rapid
and all that.
fire?
Rapid fire, yeah, it's ching, ching,
Ching,
ching.
ching, ching.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. I think it's just great, and it kind of, and like I said, I like to joke that this is the Janine and John Claude after party, from Beyond Mystic, because you're kind of carrying on with what they were talking about on their shows, and I like, even though we're dealing with a different format or different, different people, it's still, you carry on the I don't know how to put it.
Tradition?
It's just, yeah,
Tradition? Yeah.
the tradition. You're kind of, it flows
The
with,
torch, yeah.
yeah, it flows with that. It flows with that. And oh, by the way, Jean Claude is looking for
Tarot
tarot
readers.
readers.
Yeah.
Oh, you've ever heard about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
Everybody
yeah.
thinks Janine is leaving.
Yeah, she's not
No,
leaving.
No,
no,
she's
Thank
not
no.
goodness she's
leaving.
not
But they
leaving.
needed new tarot card reader. Yep.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
and by the way, we'd like to shout out to them and say hello to Janine and Jean-Claude and all the Beyond Mystic
Family.
family. Yeah, all the
Oh
Beyond
yeah.
Mystic family. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you all.
Yeah.
That's what we started.
Oh yeah. It's just a fantastic show. I think I got on there one time. It was Jean-Claude and Janine, and I think I had two questions for her. She answered both of them on the air. I think the first one was, "Is the Earth flat?" Okay, and then I think she threw cards on it. Her response was, "It's not flat, but it's not necessarily what we think it is
Yeah,
either."
she thinks it's the donut thing. I can't remember
Yeah,
it right.
toroidal.
Toroidal.
Toroidal field.
Toroidal.
Toroidal
Mm-hmm.
field. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the other one was the Mandela effect. And she said, yeah, we actually have a Mandela effect. And I was thinking,
We
yeah,
got a
no
whole
joke.
video on that one.
Oh man. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if you
And,
saw that one, but I was in the chat whenever you were in the chat, Brad, and you
mhm.
asked about that. I was in the chat. I said, "Oh, Brad's in the chat."
Yeah, yeah. Oh hell, this had to have been what, 3, 4 years ago. This had been almost four
Yeah.
years ago. Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
was
So,
before the Three of Pentacles knew each other.
Well,
oh
we knew
wow.
each other before, but not like we do
Not
now.
in this lifetime.
Yeah. Oh, shit. But no, but
That's
yeah,
why we
it's
are sisters of the woo.
yeah, exactly.
Yes,
Yeah.
Exactly.
sisters of
Sisters of
the
the
woo.
Woo.
Oh, that is so funny. But what I love about it is, all three of you have different personalities, and for whatever reason, it just fits. It just works. It's got that magic to it. And that's what I like about it, is all that, the diversity of outlooks on things, the personalities, the way you kind of make it all flow. And I tell you, ladies just do a fantastic job. I'm thoroughly entertained by it. I mean, I always watch your shows. I think
Thank you.
one you're doing about you have a gentleman on there. You have a gentleman on
Lupo,
there. I'm
Tarot
not
by Lupo.
terrible
Or
about
Ken.
Luke.
or were you talking
No,
about
No,
Ken
the
today with
Ken.
yeah,
UFO?
Ken. Yeah, the UFO thing. Was that a
Yeah.
Yeah,
live
Ken.
show? Was that a live show?
No. Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. All right. Because I saw the chat on there and it looked like it was flowing. Yeah.
Well,
And
we
I think
premiered it, so it had a chat. So
oh,
you
okay.
were one of the ones that didn't pop up. I saw some extra viewers, and I'm like, ah,
That's me. That would be me. Well,
Okay.
somebody else too. Somebody
yeah.
else
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. And yeah, we're talking about that show about UFO. I think it
Do
was.
you remember that show?
Yes, I do. And it made about as much sense to me as Prisoner. Yeah, if you remember that show from the 1960s, the what's it, Patrick McGeehan
I don't
or
remember that one.
whatever. Okay, it's this guy that's like he's like a secret agent or whatever. He's brought to this island and he's like everybody's issued numbers. Had a major cult following. And they're always if you leave the island, you're chased by some kind of a balloon type thing. And it was a weird show, but it kind of reminded me of that. I mean, I liked what I was looking at. I just didn't understand what the hell I was looking at.
Right.
And that's how I felt about UFO. Uh, and I always
We
wondered
went
what.
we
Go
went
ahead.
down some rabbit holes with that I wasn't expecting.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's kind of. I think it was kind of what you call uh, programming.
Just soft exposure.
Yeah, soft
Yeah.
exposure. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, predictive program or whatever. I thought it was very interesting where that went, and so, but what can I say? What can I say? All right. Well, anyway, with that, before we go, please tell everybody how they can get a hold of you, wonderful ladies, and then I guess we can call it an evening.
I'll let Lynn do it.
We are on YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, and Instagram.
Okay. And I'll have
And
all the. Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, we're called the Three of Pentacles.
Three of Pentacles,
Yeah.
sorry. Yes.
Yeah. 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 And I'll have all the
The links.
links and everything inside the description. So we'll be good to go.
Yeah, thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you for having us on.
Oh,
Thank
it's
you,
been a
Brad.
pleasure. Thank you now. Y'all have a good night. Bye-bye.